This video is brought to you by Gemmer.com, place where you can buy, sell, and trade collectibles of all kinds, uniquely for comic book fans and just lovers of pop culture in general. So go check it out, Gemmer.com, and hopefully we'll see you there.
Hey, what's up guys? Nick here with my review for The Flash Season 2, Episode 12, called Fastlane. Now, this episode is centered around the villain from the Flash comics named Tar Pit and Wally West and his subplot in his addiction to racing and underground racing and that sort of thing. Now, strangely enough, the villain Tar Pit played a very small role in this episode, whereas I thought that the whole confrontation between Flash and Zoom and what Harrison Wells of Earth 2 was up to kind of took forefront in the episode, as well as some of Iris and Joe's family problems with Wally and trying to deal with him and getting him back and hanging out with them and back at the house and just becoming more of a family with Wally, establishing that kind of connection with him. And I enjoyed that a lot, and I think that this episode actually proved that the actor and the character of Wally that they're trying to portray on this show actually does have a light side about him, and he does want to open up more with the West family and actually develop a relationship with them. But moving on, the meat of the episode, like I said, revolved around what Harrison Wells is doing and what Barry's doing and how that all ties into Zoom and the Earth 2 breaches. Now, essentially what happened in this episode was that Harrison actually did siphon some of the Flash's speed force, and he gave it to Zoom, in which he injected and got a little bit of like a speed high almost. It felt like he injected himself with speed force, but he still demanded a lot more of it. Now, it was cool because towards the end of the episode, Team Flash actually realizes this because Iris is in an accident and she gets injured, and Barry says that basically he wasn't fast enough, and the Flash team are trying to figure out what happened, and Harrison actually comes forward and tells them that he was the one responsible for that happening, that he actually stole some of Flash's speed to give it to Zoom. And this is one of the things that I enjoyed the most about this episode, because it proved that Earth 2 Harrison Wells is a good man at heart. He just is willing to do anything for his child. It actually reminds me a lot of the character of Brian Mills in the Taken series, that he is a good man, but he's just willing to do anything and go to any length to see that his child is safe. So overall, this episode did a lot of things right, but it was kind of slow paced and felt a little more filler than I think next week's episode will be, where the team travels to Earth 2 finally. So for this episode, I'm going to give it a 7.5. Like I said, I enjoyed it greatly, but there were some things that kind of took it away from getting a higher score. Just the fact that the villain Tar Pit didn't really do a whole lot, even though he had a really cool design and some of his scenes were pretty awesome. But other than that, it was kind of a fair episode. Just a standard by the week, villain of the week stuff, but with some Zoom subplot interacted with it. Anyways, tell me what you guys thought of this episode down below, and are you excited to see the team travel to Earth 2 next week? Leave all your thoughts down below. Be sure to hit that subscribe button to stay up to date on all of our latest reviews, news, and original content. My name is Nick, and I will see you guys next week.